trap. Welcome to the trap.
Welcome to the trap. Welcome to the trap. Welcome to the trap. Welcome to the trap.
Let's go. Zen.
Trap.
Zen.
Trap.
Zen.
Trap.
Zen.
Trap.
Protect.
Yo, peace.
Protect your energy. Welcome back for another ZTP. I'm one of your two hosts, Zen P.
Yogi LG.
The mission here at the Zen Trap Podcast is to inspire and empower people to seek internal peace through maximizing their personal potential. Yogi LG, why don't you tell them what we're reviewing today on the ZTP?
So on this Zen Trap Perspective, we're doing a video today. The video is by this guy named Chris Wharton. Chris Wharton. It's called the Exercise Happiness Paradox. Again, our theme for the month is physical fitness. So we kind of wanted to center it around that. So this video is kind of about physical fitness in a way, but also about what we aspire to talk about, which is just maximizing your personal potential, internal peace, finding your own place of happiness, your own sources in through whatever you do. So we try to tie that into physical fitness as well. So P, start us off. Who would you recommend this video to?
I would recommend this video to anyone who's having trouble with finding a way to do fitness. Just finding a way to find either fitness routine that works for you, or if you just struggle with how you think about fitness, your relationship with fitness. What about you?
Absolutely. Someone that's struggling maybe even to be consistent with fitness. They're trying to figure out like, all right, I don't have the right reasons, so I'm not driven to do it. I'm not motivated to do it. It's hard to stay consistent because I'm not doing it for the right reasons. So anybody who feels like fitness is just a drag, a dull, it's a part of their life that they're dreading, but they want to be fit or they want to be healthy, they want to be well, I think this is a great video for them.
And on that note, how would you describe this video to somebody who's never seen it?
I would describe it as basically this dude is, and it's a TED Talk, but this guy is basically talking about how we need to tie our physical fitness to our happiness. And we shouldn't be doing it based off how it makes us look, but how it makes us feel. So fitness in general, people do it a lot of times just because I want to look a certain type of way. But ultimately, how does it make you feel when you do things that are good for your body? When you take a walk, when you stretch, whatever that may be. Maybe it's running a marathon. Maybe it's lifting weights. But how does it make you feel?
It hurt.
Well, I mean, in general, how does your body feel overall?
It hurt.
Not during the process, afterwards. Maybe not when you saw it.
It hurt then too.
Maybe not when you saw it, but in general, like on a random Saturday when you woke up, your body feels good. Do you feel good about, I know people who like, oh, it's uncomfortable for me to sit down. It's uncomfortable for me to tie my shoes. I don't feel good. My body feels heavy. My body feels tense. Or I have diabetes because of my work, because of my weight or something like that. If it's not making you feel good, it's not continuing to pour into your body. Is a vessel. It is something that you're utilizing on this earth to move around and to get things done. So we need to make sure that we're maximizing that vessel.
All right. Well, I don't know if I can add much more to that. The video, as she said, is a TED Talk of a guy, Chris, explaining how we should rethink fitness and think about it in more of a self-care routine to focus on happiness. So focus on the feelings that you can get from fitness and not from all the ways that it can just benefit you externally. Because I think when most people think about fitness, how he's trying to get people to get away from it is just from the looks, like trying to literally change your looks. And I'm not going to say, because I want to make sure I differentiate between saying focusing on self-confidence versus focusing on literally just so you look so much to the point where it's to your detriment. So this video is trying to get you to think about fitness in a different way that's more health conscious and happiness conscious.
Agreed. So do you have a favorite bar? And I'm gonna be honest, I probably want to merge like the bar and sections together, but is there a certain section of the video or something that he said that triggered you that was like, oh, that's good, I like that takeaway?
Well, it's two for me. I want to make sure I'm not stealing one from you.
That's cool. Do you?
All right. The two for me that were my favorite, I guess, bar and section of the video. One is he talked about 4 steps, but we talk about those 4 steps kind of later. But one of those 4 steps that I really liked was measuring your performance and not your weight. I think everybody kind of has had that feeling of you felt like you had a really good week of working out. You thinking you lost probably like 6 pounds or something. You might have gained a pound or something, and it just completely deflates your whole week. So almost like we talked about in another video, once you find what you like to do, measuring a different performance of, for me, for example, when I was doing pull-ups, I was measuring how many pull-ups I could do without stopping. That was a performance goal versus me saying, like, I'm trying to do pull-ups to make my bicep bigger or make my weight
go down
or something like that. And the second one was how he gave a great explanation of celebrities' pictures aren't real. Like, a lot of that stuff isn't real. It is a snapshot in
This
time.
is the Matrix.
He showed a perfect example where I even have photos like this where you have set yourself up for this birthday picture or this one commercial picture. You've deflated all the like calories and dehydrated
No carbs,
your body,
carbs,
and all
no
this stuff
fluids
for,
in
like,
your
2
body.
days, just so that you can look super ripped, cut up, take all these pictures, and then literally 24 hours later, maybe even less than that, you look back normal because you just had a regular meal. You look right back normal. So I love that section to literally get in people's heads. People walking around with like 6-packs and stuff like that. No shade to them. If that's what you want to do, if that's what you focus on.
And some people got it. Some people look like that every day, but some people don't.
Yeah, just like the upkeep of that. If that does not make you happy and stuff, there are other ways to still be healthy and not look like that. That is not, and usually when you're looking like that, that is not peak. That is not set up for like peak performance. If you look at a strongman competition, none of those men, the world's strongest people, are literally look probably fat, thick, big, because power comes from the weight part, not looking like slender and lean like that. Look, that's literally just for appearances.
Great. All right, so part I liked the most was him just saying, find something that you like to do and do it. Do more of it. Be consistent with it. Whatever physical, whether it's walking, stretching, yoga, running, even if it is lifting weights, even if it's just, I like to dance. He said that, like, if you like to dance, just do more of it. Gardening, whatever it is that's work, it gets your body moving, active. Do more of it.
I'll tell you what, that Xbox, what was it called? Did he used to have the Xbox?
Wii Fit or something, whatever that.
The motion thing that would
it came with the Xbox.
Them dance games.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you burn some calories doing that.
Yeah, for sure. Also, he said when we keep winning, we keep going. So when kind of to attribute into what Pete was saying about like performance versus your actual appearance, right? So when you realize like, I could do 10 pull-ups, let me see if I can do 15. You enjoy those small wins. Our mind is programmed that way. Give yourself those small wins. Don't worry about the scale going up, down. That's going to fluctuate.
And that's those intrinsic wins.
Intrinsic wins.
You got one now?
Yeah, sure. I got one.
Oh, one hit.
I think I said one. It was about knowledge, but I think I'm still working on.
Now. I thought you saying you got one like.
No, I don't have a new one. I don't got more.
Not a new one, but like you saying you recognize this knowledge. You recognize how you can like apply it to your goals of like.
Yeah, but I think what I was saying about, I guess what we're referencing is like trying to find intrinsic motivators within myself that aren't external, right? What's inside of me. I think I said knowledge and like me learning about different stuff motivates me. So that motivates me to read. That motivates me to like starting a side hustle. Now I'm like digging into different business plans and now I'm learning stuff. Even with, different videos. I'm going down rabbit holes, watching different videos and stuff, just trying to learn more stuff. So that's probably one of my biggest intrinsic motivators. Other thing I really liked that he said was just about, of course, and this is always my favorite part of every video, is just talking about gratitude, like being grateful for where you're at and stop like not being so hard on yourself, showing yourself grace. Like, hey, things happen. Once you recognize that like these Instagram, that's your friend's perfect picture. That's her best picture of the month. She got the right lighting, and you don't have to look like that. You don't have to look like him or her or anybody else. But in allowing yourself that grace and showing gratitude for where you are. Writing, he said something like, write 2 or 3 things that you like about your body down in the morning. Just quick. Like, you could just type them out, or you could just say them out loud. Just 2 or 3 things. Like, oh, I like the way my ankles look. I like the way I like the way my face structure. I like my shoulders. Oh, my elbows look good. Whatever that is, pick 2 or 3 things and show gratitude for the body that you currently have.
Yeah, for sure. I love that. Jay Shetty literally made a post today talking about the exact same thing in a different template. Write on your mirror, I love you because, and then fill in the sentence. So when you first look in the mirror, I think he talked about how usually when you look in the mirror, the first thing you start is picking apart yourself, looking at your flaws, saying like, oh, I really don't like that, or I don't like this. Now when you have I love you because on there, you fill in the sentence saying, I love you because of how XYZ looks. So it's literally the same thing, just talking about a different way to write it. So completely agree with that. And speaking of that, that was the first step of the 4 things he kind of wanted you to remember. So stop being so hard on yourself, practicing gratitude, which is a reoccurring theme. I don't know if you're noticing a lot, but
gratitude,
showing yourself grace and focusing on gratitude has been a reoccurring theme in all these self-help videos, everything we've been researching.
Yeah, for sure.
Second step, we already talked about as well. Find something you enjoy and do more of it.
Yep.
That could be a sport, hobby, whatever. Measuring your performance instead of the weight. That's the one I just talked about. And the last one was making it non-negotiable.
For sure.
This is your self-care time. He says he's trained X amount of clients and stuff. And the first thing most people and all people will say, especially people with families and kids and stuff, I don't got the time. I don't got the time.
Yeah.
You have to make this non-negotiable time for yourself. You got to find creative ways to make sure you get it in. Maybe it's all of the families got to do it. Whatever it takes. It's non-negotiable because it is your self-care time, and you can't pour from an empty cup. Like everybody says the same thing. You need to put your mask on first in the air before you help the child, because if you pass out,
you
don't matter what you can do with the child. Yeah,
exactly. And I think ultimately, like him saying, like, think about this as focusing on time to become a better you, not focusing on time to lose weight, or even say, oh, I want to focus on physical fitness during this time. This is just time to be a better person. So another part of the video that I really thought was interesting was the way he starts it. He basically says, like, what if we could have a pill that medicine created, this pill that you could take every day, and it would improve you in all areas, in all statistics of your life, every area of your life, mentally, physically, all your numbers would get better. When you go to the doctor, you're doing better. Everything is better when you take this pill daily. Well, really, we already had that pill. It's exercise. It's moving your body. It's work. It's physical fitness in some way. So he was just talking about making sure that basically doing your physical fitness is like taking a pill every day that's going to make you better.
And I'm going to add this caveat because it's just kind of, it's real and it's true. Exercise alone ain't gonna do it. Exercise, like, that's only half of the pill.
Okay, touche.
The other big part of the pill, and I would say is even more important than the exercise, is really what you eat.
Yeah, for sure.
I have seen so much stuff, and I can feel it too, because of course I love food. I don't like food. I love food. The stuff you feed yourself, literally, and we can talk mentally as well, social media and all of that, but more so food has such an impact on your emotional state as well. Like eating highly processed food and getting addicted to like the sugars and stuff like that literally can make you crazy. It can make you anxious, it can make you sad, it can make your feelings all over the place. So just going out and exercising could just be stabilizing. It could make you feel like a little bit better all the time, but you could be hurting yourself. Counterproductive by eating just still whatever you want to eat, which I'm a moderation type person. I'm not a full just go left hard, super healthy, eating all this stuff. I want you to be healthy and happy over anything at all. But just again, the food to me is the most important thing, because I feel like if I'm a logical thinker, so I feel like if it's 2 people, one person is just exercising and focusing on that the whole time, but they eating like crap, the other person is not really exercising, they're just going about their day, but they eat really well, I think that person will probably see more benefits because naturally you're going to have to move your body at some point. So you're getting a little bit of exercise per se just by living your life. If you can focus on what you eat and then find something you enjoy that you're not even thinking about it as exercise, you kind of already solved the equation. So I just want to add that little like caveat of like, I think focusing on what you're actually feeding yourself, which again could be literally the food and what you're intaking mentally, like videos, what you're watching on Instagram, social media, all of that and stuff.
Hey, now that's a whole nother TED talk in itself, talking about what you feed your brain.
What you feed your brain and stuff, that's completely
Come on now, we can get on that. But yeah, I thought ultimately the video's short, very concise. He makes it plain and clear. Ultimately, for those who are, maybe you good at eating right, maybe you had that on lock, but the physical is a struggle for you. This is a great video to watch.
And you know what I found as I get older, I eat things that just don't get me out of normal.
Yep.
Now,
I don't want my stomach to hurt.
Yeah.
I don't want my head
My
hurting.
body to feel out of not being normal, because you don't think about this stuff sometimes, but what does your body feel like when it's normal? Like right now, as I'm sitting here now, I feel no ailment in my body right now. Like my head doesn't hurt, nothing's aching, my stomach isn't upset when I breathe in, when I breathe out. Everything feels fine. After I eat, I want it to stay the same. So that's how I know what foods kind of agree with me and what foods don't. When I go to the bathroom and have a bio break, I like that term now.
Obviously.
When I go have a bio break, how that bio break happens is also a good indicator as well on if that food agrees with me or not. So I look for more foods that literally just agree with me and keep me in homeostasis.
Nice big word there.
I don't even know if
Homeostasis.
that was the correct way to use it. But.
Yeah. Hey, it sounded good though. But I mean, I agree. I think ultimately you gotta, and I think that's the kind of the object of the whole video was what makes you feel good. That's ultimately those things are probably what's best for you. Whether it be food, exercise, your body is gonna respond in a positive way to the things that are good for you.
Cause food is nostalgia. That's the hard part for me.
Yeah.
I want to eat stuff that used to be so good to me, and it probably still will taste good, but it's not gonna make me feel good.
It's not gonna make you feel
Them
good.
super donuts from school.
Them was healthy, right? Them was like no, for
Get out
real.
my face.
No, super donuts is healthy for real. They got like fiber in them. Like they like healthy donuts. I can look it up. I promise you, super donuts is healthy.
Super donut, hot fries.
Them not healthy.
Bust down hot fries, jungle juice.
Hey, Tahitian treat used to be my thing.
Tahitian treat. I literally only could span that for like 2 months. It was like I got introduced to it. I went hard on it. Broke my skin out. It was like, I can't do this. It tastes so good. But I get acne literally the day after I have a Tahitian treat every single time.
Super donuts are uniquely crafted using no artificial flavors, colors, or preservatives. In addition, it is fortified with minerals, vitamins, and protein. Super donuts are healthy. That's why they like put them in all the schools. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be a healthy donut. It's nutritious. It got some carbs and sugar in it, but it ain't bad.
I know some sugar in there.
Yeah, it's some sugar in there. It's only 5 grams of protein in 250 calories.
How much sugar?
They ain't sure that. 29 carbs. I know that. Let's see. 15 grams of sugar. 15 grams of sugar.
Either way, nostalgia. Soul food, when you come from the South.
Chinese food is nostalgia for me. Chinese food, it's like wings and fried rice. When I go home, I'll be like, oh, I got to get some Chinese food with some hot wings.
It don't really hurt my stomach too much. And matter of fact, really, I feel like we transitioned a little bit.
It's cool.
But the itis ain't really supposed to happen.
Man, now that is a feeling that I think we, as
I
black
learned
people,
that like 5 years ago.
Black people, we accustomed to
Maybe
it. Like, oh yeah,
5
you
to
get
8.
sleepy after you eat. That's
5 to 8 years
not
ago,
supposed to
I might
happen.
have learned that like the itis ain't even really. Food is supposed to energize you. It's not supposed to take you out.
Take you out, boy. You eat the wrong stuff. But I mean, if you go like literally, you could just try it one day. Eat a soul food meal, some mac and cheese, candy yams,
Not
greens.
trying to stay awake.
Try and stay awake, right? Then go the next day and eat like a a fruit salad and some vegetables for lunch. Watch the difference. Like you can probably like make it through the day, no problem. Don't get sleepy at 2:30. You good. You eat that soul food, you gonna be struggling.
Play with your life, man. Experiment with yourself.
Play with your life.
Play with your life.
I don't know if I want to phrase it that way, but experiment. Try.
Experiment with yourself.
Yeah, do different stuff. You got anything else for the people?
You got a story in your life that relates?
A story in my life that relates. Honestly, I think the biggest thing was like finding something that you enjoy and doing it. That was something that has been a part of my life as long as I can remember. Sports is something that I love, and I know that if I go play sports, I'm gonna be active. I'm gonna be like I'm competitive in that nature of sports, and so I want to do well. I want to be successful, so I want to run fast. I want to be able to, squat whatever I need to squat. I want to be able to do the things that I enjoy doing, so that motivates me to be active in other ways. So I think sports is one of those things in my life that it's just always been like, find something you enjoy, do it. I enjoy sports. I can do that nonstop.
Same. Sports for me, story in my life that relates. I'm definitely leaning more on this performance-based things. Like I said, with the pull-ups, setting a goal to try and be able to do 10 pull-ups nonstop was something that kept me working out versus looking at like my weight and things of that nature. Another thing that, again, it's really sports for me, so I can even tie it back to your intrinsic base of like knowledge. I've always said I want to try a different sport. So I've looked into almost like racquetball or handball or something like that, where you're doing like a lot more cardio, so being there with them goggles on it, pow, pow, hitting it off the wall and stuff. So I think again that
you ever thought about tennis?
No, not at all.
Why you act like that for tennis?
I just don't enjoy tennis.
Okay, all right, cool.
Simple as that. I don't enjoy it when I hit the ball. That is something that I could improve at. I could try and work really hard at. Just not something I really enjoy. It's out in the elements. He
do not like the elements. Boy.
I don't like the technique. Like it takes super fine technique when you're hitting and stuff. I've been known to just hit home runs with the tennis racket. So
okay, cool.
It's just not for me.
Totally understand.
I do football, soccer before I do tennis.
Gotcha. Yeah. That's pretty that's pretty interesting because you play racquetball and not tennis. Similar, right? Racquetball and tennis are similar in the sense of like.
Nah.
All right, touche.
I wouldn't even say nah. It's how you hit it. You can hit a whole wall versus if I can hit it up high. It's not the same.
That's true. It's enclosed. You're right. It's not in the elements for sure.
It's so different.
All right. So, do you have anything that like you feel like you could take from this book and apply it right now to your life?
Yes, I think just the shift in perspective. If nothing else, if you can't get nothing else from this, I would try and just take that shift of perspective on how you think about fitness. Making it non-negotiable, being more grateful for it, and really measuring your performance, measuring things that you want to do or things that you would like to see. For example, my goal of dunking off 2 feet off vert. There is work I need to do to be able to do that. That is not something I can run from. So I'm not measuring a certain weight or a certain look of my body to get there. I'm measuring the performance,
your ability to be able to do that.
Yeah. I just really like when people talk about fitness from a health conscious standpoint versus like almost like fat shaming people or trying to make people say like you need to look a certain way or do. I don't like that. As long as you're talking from a self-confidence and a health standpoint, I'm cool with it. But when you start trying to put people down about it, I don't really like that.
Yeah, I feel you.
So that's what I would leave with. What about you?
I honestly like doing what you like and enjoy. That's something I'm gonna consistently hold on to. But I think honestly that thing of like looking at exercise like a pill you take every day. If I think about it in that way, that makes me feel like so like sure of like, oh, this is just something you could do. You got to go take your pill. It's going to improve you automatically. So I think that that concept and that shift in mindset for me will really help, and I think I can apply that today. I already took my pill today, so I feel good about that.
I ain't took my pill yet.
Take your pill, man, for sure.
That ain't a mindset for me. I don't like pills.
Oh, got it.
All right. Well, if y'all got some tips on what works for you, or if you just want to talk about fitness or have some topics that you'd like to see us talk about, again, let us know in the comments.
For sure.
Please like, follow, share, subscribe. Follow us on Instagram and YouTube. Yeah.
This has been another ZTP, Zen Trap Perspective. I'm one of your two hosts, Yogi LG.
Zen P.
If you can't do nothing else, protect your peace.
Protect your energy.
It's the Zen Trap. We out.